Well, if it isn't Jamfrog.
Waluigi?
Yes, it is me, the one and only and most famously Waluigi.
I can't believe it. Waluigi in my bedroom. I am such a... you're like one of my favorite Mario characters in the Mario universe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like my top 5 favorites.
Well, I am flattered, but flattery won't get you anywhere after what you did to me.
What I did to you?
Oh, don't play dumb with me. You know what you did. Seriously? You forgot? You treated me like how Nintendo did. Like I was nothing. You keep doing that trick every time?
Not ringing any bells.
Five Nights at Mario's?
Wait, what?
Yes, I was this close on getting you. But then you had to cheat on the last night. Okay, here. Ow! My nose! My nose! My nose was ruined after that. I planned for months, years to get back at you for all that you have done to me. And now, I have finally got where I want you.
Look, I'm sorry.
It's too late for that apology. Now, it is time for to... Hey, what's that?
This is just a fan-made game.
What? First you broke my nose, and now you're making a fan-made game for money?
No, you got it all wrong. A fan-made game isn't made by profit. It's just showing their love and passion through the series with certain characters. Like Mario, Luigi, Wario, even you, Waluigi.
Here's a game? About me?
Oh yeah, there's more on the fan-made games, but not only that, there is some fan art about you, there is some little videos that they made with you in it, and I believe there's even some people who tried to voice act like you, even memes, and so much more.
Nintendo never done that for me. Why else wrong? There is someone who cares about me.
You mean you never seen them?
Nintendo was very strict on keeping us safe from anyone's hands due to fear that they would steal us. In fact, they always lock us up in headquarters. I think mine was in a boiler room while Mario, Luigi, and Wario stays in the mid-office. I tried to ask Nintendo if I could be more than just a side character, to be to a party game, or a card game, or any spin-off game. But Wario was like, "Why no one cares about you? Why you will always be left in the dust? Why? It's so annoying and heartbreaking. Crying out loud, why can't it be Captain Waluigi or Waluigi Odyssey? I feel like I was cheated every time.
Wait a minute, didn't you have at least a spotlight in one of the games? I believe Mario Dance Revolution, I believe?
Yeah, I did. A good game. Until Bowser has to push me out of the spotlight and steal my chance to shine. Just for once, I wish there was I could be the star without anyone interrupting my role, bumping me out of the way. My own game for once. Is that too much to ask?
Well, maybe I can make amends to that.
Huh?
Look, you want to be the star show? I can give it to you. You could just go on to... we can just play this fan-made game. In fact, I can even do the review on it. In return, you gotta let me go.
Nate, you leave after what you did to me?
I can let you be part of the review.
Well, if you put it that way, it's a deal.
Right. First things things first. I kind of need my hands for this one.
Oh, right.
Man, Psycho Waluigi. It looks like a fan-made game when I first got introduced to it. I dream of one day playing it by myself. I finally did. I was just only surprised that it wasn't taken down to do the Nintendo incident. I'm not going to go down to detail of Nintendo's taking down fan-made games and such. I already done it, I've beaten the dead horse, yeah. But truth be told, it was their own decision, and they have their own rights to do it. It is their own IP. Fortunately, however, they didn't take down a site that holds most of the fan-made Mario games, known as Mario Fan Game Galaxy, a place where all fans of the Mario series combine together to create their own fan-made games, sprites, taking music and also sound from the characters themselves so that you can modify it and make your own movie, fan game, their own movie, their own special effects, and of course, fan-made games. One of them happens to be none other than Psycho Waluigi. When I finally decided to play this fan-made game, I was so satisfied with it. It was a rush of great fun, great enjoyment, and great frustration at all at the same time. But is this the best handmade game ever, or am I a little bit distant? Buddy, we're talking about Psycho Waluigi. This is Jeremiah from Jamfrog 5, and we're reviewing none other than
Psycho Waluigi! It's Waluigi time! What? I was in the air with my own hot air balloon when all of a sudden the birds attacked me out of nowhere for no reason. Why would they harm the great and wonderful Waluigi?
Maybe it's because you threw a telescope at the birds? Perhaps?
Hey, who's telling the story? Anyways, after crash landing, I found myself face to face by this strange purple clown.
This clown is none other than the one and only Psycho Iris. Iris explained that Waluigi appeared in the world of Unconscia, a place where the only ones that enter here is a simple bump on the head, not to mention that bump also make them psycho. Though giving you small details of herself, she did convince Waluigi with one question. Does he want to use the powers to take over Unconscia?
How can I say no to that? So with her help, I use my powers to conquer each and every different kingdom, taking over the king and queen's domain and claim it as my own.
The story is something vastly different than any other. For Mario is a simple rescue the princess, for Luigi is rescuing Mario and entering inside the mansion, and Wario is simply he just wants money, and Peach is, rescuing Mario and cohorts. 3 out of 4, and includes someone needs to be rescued. Even Wario has that and Shake It. Losing a bit of creativity with storytelling, aren't we?
Even broke don't fix.
True, but this one has a far more interesting plot than before. For once, we are not just saving the world or saving ourselves, but in fact, become a tyrant looking into using these new powers to take over the world. This is an extremely rare story to find in any game, even Nintendo for that matter. Sure, some games like Sonic Adventure 2 or Bowser's Inside Story do allow you to play as the villains, but you are also always have to force to play as the heroes too. This is just as simple, go and conquer the world. Enough said. And that's what I like about it. Unlike Mario where you need to reach the final goal, Luigi doing the mission or Wario just having a scavenger hunt. Waluigi's way to finish the game is to go to the king/queen, pick them up, and throw them away, claim their land, and instantly take over the kingdom. I don't know if this is a bad thing, but it just feels so satisfying while doing that.
And what's with the crowns?
We'll talk more about the crowns later. However, the journey may not be as easy than said. You see, you have a health meter which is limited to 6. You don't lose a life or get an instant game over, but not only get set to the start of the level or been set towards the last checkpoint to cross, you will also lose a lot of gold as well as wasting time, especially when you die. To control Waluigi, use the left and right arrow keys. While using the Psycho Iris, you move it by using the up and down arrow keys. With button 1 aka shift, you will be able to jump, and with button 2 aka control key, you'll be able to grab anything, and I mean anything, from blocks to items, from enemies to, well, just a simple coin. This makes you feel unstoppable force to be reckoned with. Pressing control again, you'll be able to throw them away like yesterday's trash.
Not only are you able to grab enemies, but also use certain enemies' abilities as well. Like the Earthswirless guy, for example. If I let him get to me, I could be frozen by that guy. But once I lay my hands on him, I can freeze his very own allies. It's a great massacre.
Speaking of allies, you can also get your own helpful minions of your own called iFlies, all thanks to the all-powerful eggplant. Depending on what color the eggplant that you pick up is, you are able to either have a double jump, able to glide, or even both for that matter. Be warned though, that if you get hit even once, you will instantly lose them. So be very careful. Not to mention you can only get one of them. So that's the reason why you only get the orange eggplant. It's basically OP. While being able to use her psychic powers is fun and all, the controls are another story. It feels very clunky, especially when it has a small learning curve. I constantly slow myself down by adjusting my iris cloud so I can grab my foes, which seems fine unless you have enemies right in front of you or you thought the iris cloud is right over them, only to learn that you did not grab them, or sometimes you easily fall off to your doom or facing the bosses. Yikes, they are hard.
And look on the bright side, you don't always have to use it, just a simple boom on the enemy's head and they're gone.
Yeah, except to those that have spikes or have tanks when you're either in the tank or jet, or when you have to use a Psycho Iris Cloud to attack your enemies. It's not hard, and I can adjust to the control scheme. Sometimes. Don't know why that happens. But sometimes using the up and down arrow keys don't give you much room to breathe. If it was a mouse, you can easily aim while using arrow keys to move Waluigi around. A simple design flaw I can easily fix since Psycho Waluigi is having a sequel, that is.
Well, there is another alternative, you know, like playing on the video game controller.
Yeah. Truth be told, I figured out this 3 days earlier. Why? I honestly didn't know how to set it up. I plugged in my controller and I thought, hey, maybe it will play, but it didn't work. So I tried asking people online, tried to search it up. I even fiddle around until I realized you have to go to the control configuration menu and then switch it to Joy-Con, and it finally worked. And I feel silly after all those shenanigans.
Can I say the graphics in this game is, well, it's wacky, funny, and fits if Waluigi had his own game for once. Yeah, this Thunder Dragon outdid himself. I mean, it looks so amazing. The desert is also frozen. The level gimmicks with clouds give it a different style every time you jump in. Even it feels fresh and new, and sometimes it gets weird or bizarre. Not to mention the soundtrack.
Yeah, it is. While there is some music that might sound familiar to not only the Mario series, but also Legend of Zelda, the remix sounds really good. Even the original music is great to listen to. I mean, take a listen to a few of them and tell me you did not just dance to the beat. I could even listen to the credits for who knows how long. If you manage to get a certain amount of money, you get the crown, depending on how well you play, and how much you collect it. It comes from a range from bronze, silver to gold, and yes, getting golden crowns is good satisfaction. However, getting gold is tricky because of how much treasure you collected and how much health you have left over. Once you finish the game, you unlock Boss Rush in World 0, where you fight the mini-bosses from World 1 to 5. If you are that type of person who likes this stuff, well, remember two things. Don't die a lot, and keep track of time. Once you finish them, you get the precious golden crown. You know, that you are the king, a psycho Waluigi. Then there is Moneybags. He is nothing more than a shop to buy special power-ups and such. The problem though, it's overpriced. Which is why I intend not to buy a thing from him. This makes you go from grinding coins more times than I could count. Granted, you don't need them, but if you want to make the journey easier for you, then grind you shall. Such a shame, because there is a lot of good ones too.
Wait, see? No secret stars or the best ending?
Other than if you're able to get all golden crowns in every single world, you're able to play as the minions, but other than that, nothing really much. Sometimes you don't need more things to invest the player in if they already have fun with it. And fun this game is. There was a lot of play value, and if I want to replay it, I can. But just trying to complete the game is a hustle. You can easily die in this game if you're careless, and that includes the final boss, where there is not only one level, but 2 levels, auto-scroller, and 2 bosses. If you die on either one of them, it's back to square one, and you have to go through the entire thing all over again. I don't like the medal system. It's one thing that I tend to distance myself from. This ranking system and such is driving fears to anyone to get gold or platinum if they are completionists or perfectionists like myself.
At least they're not a certain collectible to unlock the hardest level like 3D World or something you used to unlock the next world like Unleash or Sunshine. Not to mention, there are a few glitches in the game itself. Mostly the rest ruins. I don't know how to fully explain these two glitches. I don't even know how it happened. One was funny, the other was just annoying because you can die from it. But I digress. If I saw this game for the very first time, I could easily mistaken it as a NES game or even a Game Boy Advance. This game is nearly, or dare I just say, has more quality than Nintendo. I just don't understand why Nintendo would just ignore them, even take them down good fan games instead of doing something even better. Give them something like a promotion for working with them, like how Sega did. I mean, Christian Whitehead was formerly a fan game developer. Look at him now, breaking the classics for Sonic Mania. Good man. Perhaps they'll learn to coexist on that subject in the future, or even now. The time will tell. Sure, there are some troubles with it, like controlling the Psycho Iris cloud, and that difficulty spike in some levels are somewhat random. If you ignore all that, it's a great fan-made game. If you like the Mario series, you like the platforming, or even the great Waluigi himself, give this a go. This is a great masterpiece, and I hope this guy gets a promotion, like being able to make games on the Switch, or even on the 3DS. The link to the download of the game is in the description, and it's free. How cool is that? Maybe Nintendo may bring him back in his own game, or maybe even in a spin-off. Who knows? I don't know what Nintendo is planning. However, I think he deserved to be treated more than just a side character. Maybe in Smash, or maybe it's his own game. I mean, if Toad can get his own game, why can't the great Y himself? There is a lot of love for this guy, and he definitely deserves it.
Thank you, Waluigi, for joining us on this review.
Thank you for letting me to be part of this.
Oh, no problem. I'm terribly sorry about the nose.
And where of the bridge? Well, I'm gonna get going. Mario might be looking for me and you don't like him when he's angry. Trust me.
Alright, so have a wonderful day, Waluigi.
And you have a Waluigi time.
Such a good guy.
Jamtastic! So those are my thoughts. I want to hear about yours. Do you like Psycho Waluigi, or do you think it needs a little bit more wow into the game? This is your mind from Jamfrog 35 saying stay Jamtastic, and of course, have a rapid time. Bye everyone, and take care.